everyone, this is Miss Bree, and we're going to be talking about converting percentages into ratios. I'm going to go ahead and apologize. I have a kitten in the room, so there might be a little noise just from him playing, and for the aquarium background, it might be a little loud, but I might have to pick up my phone during the video so you can see what I'm actually doing, because I've tried to set my phone up places and it's just not working, and I'm very uncomfortable videoing myself, let alone someone else videoing me. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and read through my steps and meanings of what we're doing, and then I will pick it up so you can see my examples on how we're doing it in our activity. So, first of all, let me ask, what is a ratio? A ratio is the quantitative relation between two amounts showing the number of times one value contains or contained in others. Steps to converting percentages into ratios and simplifying. In our work that we had to do, it didn't ask us to simplify. At least my questions weren't simplifying, but I'm going to show you how to do it just in case you have to. So step 1, you're going to identify the percentage. Step 2, you'll put the percentage into a fraction by dividing by 100 and dropping the percentage symbol, which most of you probably know what a percent looks like. However, 6th graders may not. Step 3, simplify into lowest terms. Step 4, write as a ratio. Most ratios are written with a number and then a colon and another number. The first number will be how many circles, how many apples, whatever the percent is, will be on the first number. And then there'll be a colon, and then the last number will be all of them together. So let me find what I did with my pen. I just had it and I lost it. It's weird. So I gotta pick up the phone now. Okay. So, our first example, we're going to be changing the percent to a ratio. 46 of Miss Bree's students chose white milk over chocolate milk. Do not simplify. So, the first step will be identifying the percent. Well, the percent in this is 46%. Step 2. Put the percent into a fraction by dividing by 100 and dropping the percent symbol. So, we're dividing by 100. So, we'll take this number and put it here. So, we have 46, drop the percent, we have 46 over 100. Now, this would be your answer if you're not simplifying. Now, if you're simplifying, we'll have 46 over 100, and then you'll divide the top and bottom by 2. Well, you can do this with a calculator, or you can do long division, whichever you like. Well, 46 divided by 2 is 23, and 100 divided by 2 is 50. So, 23 out of 50 students preferred white milk over chocolate. Now, I'm going to do a little bit of a harder one. Write 3/4% into a ratio. Since 3/4 is already a fraction, we cannot put it over 100. Therefore, we are going to multiply 3/4 by 100, then write it as a ratio. So 3/4 times 100 is 3 over 400. And as a ratio, you just put 3 and colon 400. Now, moving on to our activity. I got this from IXL.com. When I looked up activities, it seemed pretty neat. There's a bunch of activities to choose from. So I tried to choose one that kids would normally see in a textbook, so to make it a little easier for them to comprehend and understand. So, out of the 8 shapes, how many blue triangles are there? Well, there's 8 shapes, so first you're going to make sure there's 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 is correct. So 8 goes on the bottom. 8 is also the number that is on this side, because that's how many there are. So how many blue triangles are there? There's 1, 2, 3. So it'll be 3 out of 8 shapes. 3 triangles out of 8 shapes. Okay, next. How many smiley faces are there among the frowny faces? Well, step 1, we're going to count the frowny faces. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 frowny faces. Now I'll count the smiley faces. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 smiley faces, which gives us a ratio of 5:8. So materials needed for this kind of project would be a paper and pencil, calculators if needed, or that's optional depending on the teacher. Some teachers prefer you to do long division over a calculator. You could also use a whiteboard or chalkboard with an expo marker or chalk, of course. So you could work the problems out in front of the students, or you can just use big pieces of paper like I did on a fish tank. Whichever floats your boat, I guess. Anyway. I completely lost what I was talking about. Anyway, that's all for this video. I hope you enjoy it and give me any information that you think I could try to do better. I know my speech is probably not the best. I'm very uncomfortable doing this, but I'm getting better. Also have an end note that I wrote down. For a group activity, you can turn this activity into a group activity by allowing students to come up to the whiteboard or whatever, chalkboard, whichever one you might have in your classroom, and work out a few problems together. You also can have students come up with their own ratios, word problems with percentages to turn into ratios to give to other students, other classmates in their room, and have them work them out, and you can allow them to go to the board to work them out all together, or they can do it by themselves and then return it back to the person that did it, and the person that made the problems can work through it to see if they're correct. Also, you can ask my students how they feel about the ratio. I'll ask my students, how they feel about turning percentages into ratios. Also, whatever else we may be doing to see if they're comfortable, if we need to go over something else, what they're missing, any kind of problems or questions that they may have. Also, if they enjoyed it, if it's something they think is easy or harder than they expected, if it's something they would enjoy doing, so we can find more activities along this journey of teaching that they might enjoy. So, and if they like doing group activities, or if they like doing them better individually, however, we'll still do group activities during the year because they need the interaction with other students anyway. So, thank you.